Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. Severe storms continue to affect the region tonight, even producing tornado warnings for about the last hour and a half. But right now there are no tornado warnings in effect, and so far no reports of a tornado touching down or any major damage. We have seen reports of some minor flooding, some trees down, power outages, things like that. But again, no confirmed reports of a tornado touching down. The South Kentucky RECC reports there are about 367 outages in Pulaski County, and I'm sure there's a few more across the region. Meteorologist Evan Hatter has more on what's happening right now. And Evan, it's calmed down just a bit.
Just a little bit, Steve. We still do have a couple of warnings in effect, a severe thunderstorm warning for an area that was just under a tornado warning, and we also have a flash flood warning for portions of the area. Let's go right to Pinpoint Doppler, where we've been watching. If you've been with us for the last hour and a half or so, we've been watching a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado, first in Bell County, and then as we headed up toward Estill County. No tornado warnings in effect right now, but a severe thunderstorm warning remains in effect for portions of Estill, Lee, and Menifee counties and Powell County for the next 30 minutes or so. The potential is there for 60-mile-per-hour winds, hail up to the size of quarters as this pushes off to the north and east at about 45 miles per hour. I just want to double check and put a track on that for you as we continue to watch this move off to the north and east near Frenchburg here over the next 15 minutes, and Moorhead if it holds together within the next half hour, in West Liberty if you're with us closer to the 7 o'clock hour. No severe weather in effect right now, or no severe weather in progress across portions of Bell County, but we still do have a flash flood warning there in effect through this evening. We had some rotation earlier near the Comer community over towards Varilla as well, but the good news is we have not heard of any tornado damage or tornado touchdowns to be confirmed so far. But as this continues to move off to the east, we'll still have the potential for more severe weather as we head through the nighttime hours. The western half of the area remains in a level 2 slight risk of severe weather as we run through the remainder of the evening. I'll be back with the latest in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Evan, thank you. A multi-week course to improve emergency response. The Harlan County Youth Preparedness Program is educating teenagers to be leaders during a disaster in their community. When a disaster strikes, a quick, orderly response can save lives. On Thursday, a group of 15 students graduated from a disaster preparedness training program. They will be prepared to help professional emergency personnel during fires, tornadoes, and floods. Program instructors say they are also preparing their community to be ready for anything.
Basically, of the 15 students that actually graduated from the program, 105 families actually benefited from this because they had to go out and train those families and report back to the program.
Now, the graduation ceremony is just getting underway. We'll have more about the program and the students in it coming up tonight at 11. An Eastern Kentucky fire captain is warning about the dangers of following trucks or cars too closely following a crash on the Hal Rogers Parkway. WYMT's Dakota Makris reports.
A truck carrying cars to be recycled lost its load early Wednesday morning, leaving the cars behind on the parkway. A fire captain says the driver said he did not know the cars fell off.
It was called in as a single vehicle accident, 46 car on its top. And that's what the deputies saw when they first got there. And of course their hearts sank because, you know, how can a person survive that type of accident?
Thousand Sticks Volunteer Fire Department Captain John Newell says no one was hurt in the crash, saying the driver was stopped in Laurel County, saying if another driver was behind him, it would have ended badly.
It's just important to keep the distance, and you never know when something like this may happen. Fortunately, again, you know, thank God that nothing was hit. Nobody was hit.
Newell says besides keeping your distance,
stay off your phone. You see a lot of that. Stay off your phone. Allow that person in front of you to be able to stop without, you know, you hitting them.
And reminding truckers to make sure their loads are secure before hitting the road. In Leslie County, Dakota Makris, WYMT Mountain News.
Officials also say if you have your car towed, make sure it is secured to the truck. The Kentucky Opioid Response Program is receiving a big grant. Governor Beshear announced today the state is receiving more than $35 million from a federal grant to fight addiction. The governor says this could help speed up the recovery process and decrease overdoses.
Our job is to provide help, to provide hope, and to provide a helping hand to those struggling with something as difficult as addiction.
If you are struggling with addiction, you can call the Kentucky Recovery Center at 877-321-2710. We also have that number on our website. You can just go to WYMT.com and click on this story. The Kentucky Law Enforcement Memorial is growing. Today, 7 officers who died in the line of duty last year were added to the memorial. 5 historical honorees were also recognized. Governor Beshear was a keynote speaker at the memorial. When they started this 22 years ago, there were just under 300 names. Now there's about double that.
Will always be remembered for the selfless way he saved lives in a deadly tornado event, the worst that we have ever seen. He ushered other people to safety in a situation that ultimately took his life.
Also recognized today was Floyd County Deputy Sheriff Oliver Little, who died of COVID-19. Well, we have a special programming note. Tonight we are airing the 34th East Kentucky Leadership Awards ceremony at 7 o'clock following the CBS Evening News. In April, more than 100 leaders from across the region gathered in Pikeville to network, discuss, and share ideas on how to improve the region. In addition, several were honored for the ways they impacted our region in various categories. In case you missed the show tonight, it will air again on Monday night at 7. Volunteers in one kitchen in Pike County are celebrating 7 years of serving their community. WYMT's Jordan Mullins was there today talking to volunteers as they served meals and celebrated their kitchen's accomplishments.
7 years ago, the Grace Community Kitchen officially opened, serving meals a few times a year. Since then, the kitchen has expanded to serve free meals to the community twice a week.
We have seen it grow and expand, and we just know that is the way that the Lord is just blessing us because He is leading the way.
And even through a pandemic, the kitchen has grown, serving nearly 14,000 meals in 2021 alone.
Really for us, COVID is what opened the doors for us to serve our community more, because food was one of those things that was able to continue. It was an essential need, and so we've never had to shut our doors.
Sharing the love of Christ by meeting a need in the community.
The best way to do that is not just tell them, but to show them and to be here and welcome them with open arms and a smile on our faces and saying, we love you, the Lord loves you, come on in and eat. We don't check anything at the door. We just say, come in, you're welcome, we'll love you, and we'll feed you.
And hoping to continue their mission for many years to come.
We just know that we're here. We want to serve our community. We have the heart to do it. And if people can partner with us to help us financially do it, then we'll continue to do it as long as we possibly can.
Making an impact by putting food on the table. In Pikeville, Jordan Mullins, WYMT Mountain News.
Bailey said at today's community meal more than 300 meals were served, and through the past 2 months, the kitchen has averaged 500 to 600 meals served per month. Former UK basketball player Reggie Warford has died after a lengthy battle with several illnesses. Warford was the first black basketball player to attend the University of Kentucky for all 4 years and graduate. While at UK, he scored 206 points, but it was what he did for others which cannot be understated. Warford was called a hero, a mentor, a big brother, a trailblazer, and a self-proclaimed patriarch for the black players who came after him at UK. Warford was a hero for also saving 2 elderly people from a house fire on Maxwell Street in 1983. For that, then Governor John Y. Brown Jr. presented Warford with the Kentucky Medal of Valor. Warford had suffered from heart issues as well as a neuromuscular disease for which there is no cure.
Continuing to watch strong to severe thunderstorms throughout the mountains this evening. I've got the very latest from Pinpoint Doppler coming up next. Plus,
as the class of 2022 prepares to step across the stage, seniors at Shelby Valley High School are being celebrated for stepping in to help a teacher and her family.